I know I'm ugly, you know. My proctologist sticks his finger in my mouth.
That's a new one.
Oh, that's an old Rodney joke. I just figured I'd throw that in there today because I went for a colonoscopy today, so I looked up the jokes. This time today, I'm going to record this one. I'm going to talk a little bit faster. Now, I'm going to read these jokes cold. I've never read them before. So I'm going to talk a little faster. I know that you told me in the past to slow down. And I think probably what you meant is slow down in certain parts of the jokes and speed up in other parts.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not a professional. But as a trainee proctologist, I did have to work my way up from the bottom. That I must tell you. Now, once upon a time, a proctologist is about to write something on his patient's notes, but when he goes to take his pen out of his pocket, he realizes it's actually his thermometer that's there. He says, "Darn, some asshole has my pen."
Yeah.
This happens more often than you think, I tell you. I had to go to the hospital for a gastroscopy today. It's actually not called that, but that's what the writing says. There were 3 other guys in the waiting room. Doctor came through and explained what was happening to the 4 of us. He said that I was having the gastroscopy, know how they're spelling this, which is the camera down the throat, and the other 3 were there for a colonoscopy, which is the camera up the butt. He then asked if any of us had any questions, and I said, yes. May I please go first? Now, these 2 guys, they're sitting in their hospital beds having a little chat. The first guy asked the second, what are you in for? Camera down the throat, the second guy replies. Oh, endoscopy, the first guy asked. Second guy says, yeah, checking the stomach cancer. How about you? Camera up the butt, the first guy says. Oh, colonoscopy, checking for bowel cancer, says the second guy. The first guy says, no, my neighbor was sunbathing and my wife caught me taking a photo. Don't make me break my foot off in your ass. Okay. The doctor told me he found something alarming in my colonoscopy. A clock.
A clock? What was that doing up in there?
It was alarming.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I tell you, it's a tough crowd. Tough crowd when you have to explain the jokes, you know? All right. I don't have the fluidity that Lauren does, but I try. Okay. I had a colonoscopy just today, and believe it or not, getting the camera up there doesn't hurt as much as you might think. It's the camera crew that's the killer. Well, when you look like this, everybody wants some, you know? Okay. I had a colonoscopy today, and I think the doctor must have got carried away. I said to him, can you back that up a little? It's irritating my tonsils.
Oh.
Did you hear the one about the proctologist and the psychiatrist who opened a practice together? They call it odds and ends. Everyone thinks it's an antique store. Okay.
Probably is. Your ass is old, buddy.
I can ad-lib a little bit. I think that's okay.
There you go.
Three guys are talking in a bar one day. They start talking about how their cars reflect their careers. The first guy says, well, I'm a pimp, so I drive a cheap Escort. The second guy says, I'm a herpetologist, and so I drive a Dodge Viper. The third guy says, I'm a proctologist, and I drive a brown probe. I like that one myself. That's very
Hey,
simple.
Jamie.
Good one.
Jamie.
Good to see you.
Jamie's
Jamie.
here. Hi, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie.
Good to see you.
I hope you're feeling well, Jamie.
Hey.
Everybody, how's it going?
Doing
But now that you're here.
We're having fun. I'm doing my Lauren impression just to keep things going, to make you happy, to try to get a laugh here and there.
I
Well,
love we have a random person in the bathtub. That's kind of funny.
oh, yeah, super happy fun time. Yes, our anime queen rolling around and all. That's all my money, by the way. All the money I spent on
We
her.
asked her to put it in the sim, but she hasn't put anything in there yet.
Oh, she won't listen. She won't listen. She's probably being abused verbally by her mistress somewhere. Somewhere in time and space, her mistress is whispering in her ear, get down on your knees and pray before you go to bed. You have to kneel on broken glass. Okay. A little old lady has an appointment with a proctologist. His reputation is very good. He does the exam and then discusses the results with her. He ends by saying, do you have any questions for me, Mrs. Smith? The little old lady looks at him scoldingly and says, yes. Does your mother know what you're doing? Yes. It's not easy being me, But I do have inner beauty, and I have the video from my colonoscopy to prove it.
There.
Hey, now here's one. What do you call an Irish proctologist?
Don't know.
Colonoscopy.
I got that.
That should have been an easy one. Okay. It's hard to do Irish, go from Irish to Jewish, New York Jewish to Irish. Well, not so hard, really, I suppose. It depends which part of Ireland you're
I tried
speaking
sounding
of.
Irish. I wind up sounding Jamaican. And vice versa, by the way.
Well, there's more than one kind of Irish. You see, there's the juicy mouth one, and then there's the dry one. And the dry one's usually looking for a pint at the local pub. Anyway, I went for a colonoscopy today, and the doctor told me to lie on my left side. I said, sorry, I only lie on my right side. I always tell the truth on my left side. I don't get it. I don't even get that one. Okay. I had to go for a colonoscopy today. When I got home, my wife said, the doctor called with your colonoscopy results. Good news. They found your head.
Oh, that's
Yes.
mean.
Yes, she doesn't like me, my wife. Okay, this guy has a glass eye, and he has the rather disgusting habit of taking it out and popping it into his mouth to clean it. Yes, this is a true story. One day, and was probably inevitable, he accidentally swallows it. So he goes to his proctologist without telling him what his exact problem is. Surprise, surprise. The doctor runs the sigmoidoscope up his backside and then screams. The guy asks him, what's the matter, doc? The proctologist replies, I don't know. I've looked up a lot of butts before, but never one that looked back at me. So, as I said, I went for my colonoscopy today. I lay on my side on the table. The nurse got ready to do the examination. And as they did so, they looked at me and smiled, and they said, don't worry, it's quite normal to get an erection. I said, I haven't got an erection. They said, no, but I do.
Oh, Lord, that's scary. Oh, God.
Yale,
I'm
New
going to have to
Haven.
cut that joke out of my thing tonight. I was going to tell that one.
That's Yale Hospital, Yale New Haven, where your
Okay.
favorite president, the Bushes, both father and son, were skull and
All right.
bones, right next door, right down the street. I've just seen the video of my colonoscopy. The picture was crap. Well, they should have called it miracle pictures. If it's a good picture, it's a miracle. Now, as the doctor put the camera up my butt, I said, aren't you taking an awfully indirect route for an eye exam? Wait, this is the optometrist's office, right?